Hey, what's up, gays? This is Brandon Adams, and I am a staff writer for Gaye Magazine. And today I have the pleasure of speaking with Damien DuRell, who's an event specialist with Exec Eventz. I'm really excited for this conversation because we're going to be talking about what's lit, what's not in Black Queer nightlife, and what Exec Eventz is going to do about that. But before we begin, I want to say thank you so much for taking the time out to speak with us. I know you have a really busy day, so we're just going to get right into it. So basically, first of all, how are you doing? Because I know it's Juneteenth, it's Pride
Great.
Month, the Posh Tour launches today. So how are you doing with everything that's going on?
Whew. It's been hectic, but it's going on, and we have an event today at 4 p.m. in Dallas, Texas. The Tour started in January of this year, so
Mm-hmm.
we're now in our 6 month, 5th month. Yeah, so it's going good.
Fifth month, okay.
Yeah,
Fifth month, and where did it launch? Like in January
in January in Atlanta, Georgia.
in Atlanta. Okay, that was
Yeah,
inaugural.
but
Okay,
MLK
all right,
weekend.
sounds good. Okay, so sounds like you trying to pull it together, keep it together, but it's gonna be all right. Um, so for our audience, can you tell us a little bit about like Exec Events? How did it start, and just like what specific services do y'all provide?
Okay, so pretty much Exec Eventz started in 2017. What happened was
Okay.
we would have parties in one of our friends' backyards.
Hmm.
He had a whole house, and we would have parties, summer parties. It started with Exec Boy, Jay Isaacs, having his
Hmm.
party. And then it went on to me having my birthday party. So it was kind of like just two separate events. And the crowd that
Hmm.
we got for both parties, they would just always tell us, like, you should have a party. Y'all should start throwing parties. And one day, me and Jay, we just was on the phone and we was like, we should start throwing parties. And at first, we were a little hesitant. We were just like, what's
Right.
going to happen? Like it's so much competition, so many, promoters out there. But we just started it in
Hmm.
2017. Our first party was Halloween, and we called it Erotica. And from
Hmm.
there, it just shot off in the stratosphere.
It just launched, and
Yeah.
this started in Atlanta as well,
No, this started in New York, Brooklyn, New York.
in New
So
York. Okay,
yeah,
in New York.
we're from New York. So we will have our parties in New
Mhm.
York. Jay will have his birthday party in August. I will have my birthday party in December. And then from then on,
Mhm.
it just shot off in New York. So we started from New York because we're from New York. So
Right. Okay, and now you 6 years running.
6 years, but we normally take off 2 years due to COVID. Because when
Okay,
COVID
yeah, that makes
happened,
sense.
it was a lot going on and clubs were shut down, so we couldn't really have events. So I would say, yeah, we could say 6 years from the launch, but initially we've been
Mhm.
in the running for 4 years.
Okay. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
And what services you provide? I know I was on the website. I see y'all do like private dinners, stuff for New York Fashion Week, birthday dinners, brunches, like all types of stuff.
So we do if you need. Jay is funny because we always say, even if you need a funeral plan, we'll do a funeral for you. But we
Do
do
it.
dinners, private dinners, birthday dinners, weddings, baby showers, private events, corporate events. We do, of course, for the LGBTQ plus community, we do our events for them, our people.
Mhm.
We do events for you name it, we do it. Honestly, if you have an
Mhm.
event, we are like the masterminds of being creators. So we just think of what can go into this event. Once somebody bring an idea to us, we just bring it to life. So
Mhm. And that's what I like about y'all. I think that the vibe that I got is not just a event. It's not just a party. You guys really are intentional about curating an
yeah.
experience.
So the thing is,
Mhm.
what we're trying to do, especially with the LGBTQ plus crowd, with our
Mhm.
community, we're trying to bring back that feeling of how clubs used to be back in the day, where it wasn't just everyone having their phones out and just standing around. we want to bring back dancing. We want to bring back that vibe of just everyone getting along, having fun, just
Mhm.
uninhibited fun, just let all your worries go away when you're in the club, when you're at our parties, just having fun. And so, we brought it to life. And honestly, to this day, I'm still thinking like, wow, like we really are doing
You did.
what we set out to do. So
That's a beautiful thing to have, like really bring back the party in the party.
yeah,
And that leads me to go ahead.
like 2006, 2007, 2008, 2009, that was a whole vibe. Like that era is something
Hmm.
that we're trying to bring back. And I think people miss that in the community.
Hmm.
So it's just something that, we're trying to bring back. And I think we're accomplishing it. So
Hmm. Do you see like there was a sharp decline in like obviously with COVID, but I feel like after COVID, people kind of appreciated the party more, but then I feel like things kind of flatlined again.
absolutely. I feel like with
Hmm.
prior to COVID, it was just just going out and just, you can honestly get on Instagram and see the party and be like, oh, well, I can see it on Instagram. I don't need to go and get on
Right,
Twitter or
right.
get on Facebook. But with our parties, we want people to feel like, oh, I need to be there. I want to be there.
Mhm.
So we try to like cater to all genres of music, everyone that, like that comes out. We try to like cater to what people really love and what was missing in the scene. Because like you said, pre-COVID and during COVID, there was a lot missing in the club scene. There was a lot missing
Mhm.
in the party scene. So we're trying to bring that back. And like I said before, like I think that we're doing a really good job of doing that. So
Mhm. Definitely, especially from what I've seen from the sites and the Instagram. And that leads me into the Posh Tour. Does that have, bringing the party vibes back? Does that go into kind of the origin of the Posh Tour?
okay, so yes. So
Mhm.
initially, we were already on tour per se because we were going from New
Okay.
York to LA, DC, uh,
Mhm.
Atlanta. So doing that, it just came to mind like, why don't we just do a tour? Why don't we just go from city to city and literally have a party in different cities and bring back that club vibe, that feeling of just having fun and that euphoric feeling that was missing from the
Mhm.
scene. Like you go to parties nowadays and you just see people just standing around, holding their phones out,
In the corner.
recording each other, and you're like, okay, what's the point of me being here, or what's the point of them being at the party? So
Right.
we definitely with the tour. So we was just like, you know what? Let's just start a tour. Let's start going from city to city, get these
Hmm.
venues, get people to come out. And so it just happened. Honestly, it blew up overnight. I can honestly say that it blew
Hmm.
up overnight. So it's been a great thing, us starting this tour. And we're not even halfway done yet with the tour. So yeah,
And aren't y'all like so? Would y'all say y'all one of the first like centering on like just black queer party goers, one of the first to have a tour of this like kind and like caliber?
absolutely.
Because I haven't really seen a tour. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Like we want people to really deserve like luxury lit vibes. So pretty much with our
Hmm.
community, when you see our production and stuff, it's different from other
Hmm.
other club promoters and other parties that you go to. We go all out pretty much. Like we put our heart and soul into it. We pretty much just want people to have fun. Like get on the
Hmm.
dance floor, dance. You know, if we try to play all genres of music, Afrobeats, reggae, hip hop,
Hmm.
pop, you name it, we play it. So, we just want people to get out there, have fun. With the tour, I feel like, going from city to city, we literally sit and we think about what city, the city that we're in right now, which is Dallas. We sat and thought,
Hmm.
what do they cater to? What do they like? What do they cater to? And we watch from, like we go from different pages and different, we ask people for advice that lives in the cities that that we're throwing the parties at, and we get
Mm-hmm.
their ideas, we get their advice, and we cater to that. So with Dallas, we're really trying to bring back that feel as well of that old Dallas party life. I've been to
Yeah.
Dallas in the past, maybe like this is like my fourth or fifth time being in Dallas, and I remember
Mm-hmm.
coming in 2013, and it was a different vibe. Like it was just you go out, you have fun, so now we're here and we're bringing back what Dallas used to have. So, yeah.
Mhm. And it sounds like y'all really do y'all research before going into a city. It's not like a one size fits all. This is our formula. We're just going cookie cutter. Like y'all really take in, okay, what's the specific culture of this area? How are we going to
Right.
implement it? What do they want? And then go on for that. And I
Yeah.
think that's what makes for true success when you kind of cater to who you're trying to service, you know?
Yes, we try to cater to every city in a different aspect because every city is different
Mm-hmm.
from the last city that we toured. So, let's say
Mm-hmm.
we toured in New York. New York has a different vibe from Atlanta. Atlanta has a different
Mm-hmm.
vibe from Los Angeles, and so forth. So we try to cater and we do our research and we look up, like I said before, like we look up what people like, the music that they like. We pick specific DJs, videographers, photographers, different hosts, that the city might know. The hosts that
Mm-hmm.
are very popular or might just have just a connect with the crowd that will come out. So
Yeah.
we make a lot of connections with people as well too. So
Mm-hmm. It definitely sounds like it. I was about to say, so I feel like with that, definitely venues come to mind. What is the importance of venues when you choose it? Like, and also like, what kind of process do you go through with choosing a venue for the cities that y'all do for the Posh Tour specifically?
So we honestly go out ourselves and look at venues. We honestly will look up
Mm-hmm.
venues, and we have great relationships with venues already. But prior to that, we will go out. There were times where Jay would fly in and go to a venue and look it over, or there were times where I would go out and look at a venue. So we try to keep our relationships with these venues, really good, but we really do our research. We will get on Google, we
Mm-hmm.
will ask people, we will literally, if I'm walking down the street, I'll call Jay and say, "Hey Jay, like I see this venue that looks kind of dope. Like, should I check it out?" And he'll be like, "Yeah, go in and check it out." And so like we'll schedule a meeting with the manager of the venue. So yeah, we try to like go inside the venue and get a feel for it before
Beautiful.
anybody else and see how it will like
Mm-hmm.
match the energy of the crowd. So yeah, so we really like do our research, a lot of research.
Yeah, definitely intentional. And I feel like that kind of prevents, just going to a venue just for the hype. Like, oh, everybody's talking about this
Yeah.
venue, or like, this venue has the most following on Instagram. Like, y'all really go, no, is this going to work for our party, or is it just a general lit place that you can just, I feel like there's like subtle differences in that.
Yeah, so we go for a venue that caters to everyone. We don't want to just go to a venue
Mm-hmm.
where it just caters to black gay men or
Right.
or let's say they don't cater to the transgender crowd. We don't want that. We want everyone to feel
Mm-hmm.
welcome, inclusive. So what we do is we go out, we make sure that this venue is able to cater to everyone in our crowd, caters to everyone that is in the community. So we ask a lot of
Mm-hmm.
questions when we go in these venues as well. It's not like we're just looking at the venues and like, oh, okay, this is cute. Let's just and then,
Right.
when people show up, they're saying, no, you can't wear fitted caps or you can't wear pants,
Mm-hmm.
jeans, you can't wear sneakers. So, we ask a lot of questions before we go into these venues and start our parties. So, yeah.
And I'm glad you said that because I feel like, so I'm from the DMV, so I feel like the party scene can sometimes be like, okay, this is predominantly for like black gay men. This is maybe for like black femmes. This is maybe, so like I feel like there's, and not
Yeah.
just the DMV. I feel like in general there's not
In general.
a cohesiveness throughout the community when it comes to events. I
Yes.
feel like sometimes it's especially with like black gay men. Sometimes it's like predominantly black gay men in that space, and
Yeah,
everybody else just has to fit in. So I'm glad you said that
yeah.
every you take into account everyone.
Yep, we want everyone to feel welcome.
Mhm.
We don't want any type of any person feeling indifferent. Like we don't want anybody feeling like they don't
Mhm.
belong. So we welcome everybody from our community because it's important. You go to these clubs and you see,
Definitely.
like you said, you see a lot of masculine men. You might go to
Mhm.
one event, you see a lot of feminine men. You go to one event, you
Mhm.
might see a mixture, just a small amount of, masculine and feminine together, but you don't really see where everyone can just be themselves. Like
Agree.
transgender women, like trans women. Like you don't really see that a lot in clubs because there's so many rules in place, and we don't want we want
Mhm.
everyone to feel welcome. Honestly,
Mhm. And I feel like definitely with I'm glad you also mentioned the rules because it's definitely just subtle ways to just keep us out. Just these
yeah.
arbitrary, no jeans, no shorts, no caps, but like the reality is everybody wears those things,
Did you
and
see me with
that's
my
not
cap
that
on?
doesn't. Oh, sorry, you said what?
I said you see me with my cap on,
Oh,
so
right, 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 and that doesn't equate just because somebody got shorts on, cap on, doesn't equate to them not or having money. You know what I mean?
right.
So I'm also glad that you incorporated that as well.
Yeah, we want everyone to feel welcome. Come as you are. Like the church say, come as
Mhm.
you are. Like
The
that's how we
church.
feel. Come as you are. It's no. You have to come dressed this way. You have to look this way. It's come as you are. Have fun. Let your hair down, and we just want people to go home saying this was an amazing party.
Definitely. And I feel like specifically with Black queer spaces, it's important that we feel safe and comfortable as much as we can. Like, I just feel like there's more of an onus to having us feel, protected and safe and comfortable,
Right.
you
And we
know?
want everyone to feel safe.
Hmm.
It's important to have safe spaces for us because it's not that many. It's not that many spaces.
Mm-mm.
So we want everyone that comes in to just feel safe and have fun, really, because there's so much worry going on in the world. So when we throw these parties, we want people to just come in, let your worries go away. Like Mary J. Blige said, let's get it crunk on the dance floor, like in this dancery. So, we just want people to just have fun. Like it really is important for people to have fun. And I think that's what a lot of clubs nowadays are missing. Because I remember
Hmm.
in 2008, 2009, when I was just a young jit, it was really just, I was just having fun. I would walk
Right,
out
right.
sweaty. I would walk out, like, oh my God, I'm coming back here next week or when they have the next party. Like, that's what we're bringing back. So, yeah.
Hmm. And see, when I started going out, what was it? 2017, 2018-ish,
Oh,
like
you're
social
way
media has
younger than
become
me.
such
I
a
gave my age away.
I was like,
You
I'm gonna
gave
let him talk. I'm wait.
away. You said 2017. Okay, we not gonna talk about my age no more. I'm not gonna go back to that
No,
era
no,
because
no. You are, you're fine. You're fine.
wow,
No, I'm
27.
just doing it as a comparison to kind of just add, validity to your point. Like I feel like when I started going out, social media was such a dominant force.
Mhm.
People went out for other people, if that makes sense. Like they went out to take the stories of them being out instead of just being in
Right.
the moment. So I've definitely noticed that a lot for sure.
Yeah, because I
I'm trying to
remember,
think.
like you said,
Oh,
2017.
no, no, no,
There
no.
were times where I didn't, not 2017, I would say like 2015, 2016, before we started throwing our parties.
Mhm.
I remember there was a time where I would just say, you know what, I'm not going out. Let me just look on Instagram and see what they're doing. And I would just have
Right.
fun by seeing them or to be like, oh, I'm not going out because it's just, But what we're trying to do is we're trying to get everybody to come out. You see a story on Instagram
Mhm.
and it's just, oh my God, like I need to go right now. Let me hurry up and put my outfit on. Like I was debating if I should go, but now I'm gonna go. Like so that's what we're trying to do. We want everyone to come out because social media has just you it really just you see it and you click and you click and you click, and it's just like we don't
Mhm.
want that. When you come to a party, we want you to just put your phone down. Yeah, of course, post on the story, say you having a good time, whatever the case may be. But it has been so many times where I have literally, me and Jay literally have said, "Do you have videos of the party? Do you have stories from the party?" Because we're having so much fun that we're not even thinking about, let me hold my phone up, let me capture this person, let me stand and make a pose with this picture. Like we're not even thinking about
Right,
that.
right.
Like even if you look on our pages, it's really us promoting our parties and our events. We don't really have a lot of
That's
pictures
it.
recently of us because we've just been having such an amazing time at our parties that you don't see like us on the video or us in the
Mhm.
picture because we didn't even get time to take a picture or be in the video. So it's just like, that's what I want to bring back. And so, yeah, we've been doing that. And it makes me smile because I'm just like, wow, like we're really doing
Yeah.
this, like, with this tour. So,
I can definitely feel it as you're talking about it. Like I could see like the radiating, like
yeah.
we're doing this. You know what I mean? Because I feel like the hardest part, especially nowadays, is getting people to like stay in the present. So I was gonna say, like, what do you feel like are like the greatest challenges to that
The greatest
outside of
challenges
social media?
Right. The greatest challenges of staying in the present is pretty much the marketing aspect of making
Mm-hmm.
people, reaching out to people. That's one of the main things. We want people to know that it's pretty much like a personal invite. You might see us post our
Okay.
flyer, but trust and believe we're also reaching out to people individually. We're reaching out to people personally. Hey, I
Mm,
want you to come to my party. Hey, if you're free on Saturday, come out. Like even with today, like we've been reaching out to so many people that I've never even met. Like we will look up people in Dallas and say, hey, like we're having a party. We would love for you to come out and make people feel welcome. Make them feel like
mm,
it's personable versus just posting a flyer, posting it 20 times
right.
on your page.
Right.
When these people are going to show up because you posted it on your page. No, you have to reach out to these people. You have to make them feel welcome. You want them to feel like, okay, like we created a cordial friendship. Like, oh yeah, I can't wait to meet Dane.
Mhm,
I can't wait to meet Exec Boy. Like because they reached out to me. So that's what we're doing. We're
mhm.
reaching out to people personally, really, because you sometimes people don't just want to see a flyer 24/7. Like
Right,
they
and talking
might
about it's
scroll.
gonna be a movie on
Yeah,
caption.
I'm so tired of seeing this flyer. I don't want to see this flyer 20 times in one day. So we reach out to people individually and we make them feel welcome because that's really what it's
Mhm,
about. You want people to feel
mhm.
welcome and comfortable in your space, and that's what we're doing. So, I don't think a lot of people understand that, but they might get a geist of it now after this interview. But y'all can't steal our,
Right, right.
y'all can't steal our what you call it,
Your
how we
secret,
invite
your
people.
sauce. Because it's, I mean, at the end of the day, it sounds like y'all are not viewing people as tickets or as entries. Y'all are
No,
viewing people as people. You know
as
what I
people.
mean?
And we want
Mhm.
everyone to have a good time. We want everyone to feel like, like I said before, you're welcome. You can come into this space, be yourself. You can vogue, you can dance, you can, if you want to
Mm,
stand there, you can stand there. If you want to just sip on your drink, you can sip on your drink. We welcome people into our section. It's not just oh no, you can't come into this section. We welcome people into our area, into our space, because we want people to feel like, oh, I met the promoters, I met the event specialists, and they were really nice, and they welcomed me to have a drink with them. And even our last party last week in LA, we were literally letting people
mhm.
come up into our section, letting them have drinks, because me and Jay, we're not really heavy drinkers like that anyway. So we really just
Okay.
want people to just have fun and just have a drink. I'll do a toast with somebody and be like, hey, do you want a drink? Let's have a toast. And and go around the party. And that's
Um,
another thing that a lot of people don't do.
mhm.
They don't really go around the party and mingle, and we try to really
Yeah, no.
talk to. It's so crazy because when we walk out, it's really like, oh my god, like we're tired, but at the same time, we met so many people because what we do is we go and we talk to people, we interact with people, we communicate with people, we make them feel welcome. I literally walk up to people and say, "Thank you for coming." You don't get that when you go to these events.
Mm-mm.
You don't get people saying, "Thank you for coming. I appreciate you for coming to my event." Like you don't get that. It's just like you said, a ticket grabber. It's just
Ticket, they
you
got
know
your ticket. That's the last you heard about them.
you don't even see them in the party. They come into the
Mm-mm.
party. The party ends at 1 a.m. They're coming in at 12 a.m. Like so. No, we try to be there early. We try to communicate with everyone. We try to make people feel welcome. We try to make people feel home, like they're in a space, a great space. And I think that's what's missing as well from the club scene.
Hmm. Definitely that personable touch. I'm also glad you said that because I feel like when I think of like, because I know on especially on the website you all brand yourselves kind of chic and stuff, and sometimes unfortunately when I think of like like say higher class parties and stuff like that, people might think it's like a uppity vibe. Everybody's just looking stush, looking at each other. So I'm glad that y'all make it a thing to know we're going to greet these people.
Yeah.
Like it's kind of like a family type of environment almost.
Yeah, it really is because we really have people in our corner that really support us, and we have people that's literally
Hmm.
our family. So and then we make it to where we want people that comes to club, your family, like you're welcome to come back. I don't never want anyone to feel like they're unwelcome. If you come with drama,
Hmm.
yeah, like it's
Right,
okay.
right.
Well, you can't come with that. That's one thing we don't like. We don't want any drama, any fighting, any
Mhm.
arguing. Like we will come in and step in and be like, no, we're not. You're not doing this. So we really want it to be like
Mhm.
a family type of vibe, and it feels like that.
Mhm.
I've seen people that didn't speak for months, years, and now they're back being friends because they made up at our parties. So you know, it's really a great thing just to make it feel like a family establishment, and we have like a lot of our family as well hands on with us. So
In the It
yeah,
sounds very healing. I want to go to these parties now.
yeah, you got to come out. You got to listen. You got to check us
Mhm.
out for real. You would literally leave and say, "I'm coming back." I promise you. You
Yeah,
literally come leave and say, "I'm coming back to this event." Like I'm coming back.
definitely. Let me know. I'm gonna be in DC. I'm gonna be on the lookout
We
for that.
just had a party in DC for Memorial Weekend. Why didn't you show up?
I'm not gonna say the promoter name out loud, but I got caught up in those events. So
Oh, you
I'm gonna be
missed
on
a
the
good
lookout
time.
though.
A good time. I mean, it was so crazy, and I don't want to toot our horns, but people said we
Mhm.
had the best party of the weekend. I mean, looking left,
It's
looking right.
given that. It's definitely given that. And I saw it was at Republic.
Yeah, the recap video. Yeah,
Okay.
we posted the video of the party.
Okay. Okay.
It was a good.
Um. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna be on the lookout. I'm definitely putting my notifications on for
We'll be
that.
back in DC, so
Um.
you come out and you definitely VIP, definitely a
Mhm.
part of us. So come out and
All
pop some
right.
bottles for us.
Right. Okay. Y'all keep sweetening the deal. um. But just the last couple of questions before I get like into like some individual stuff. But
Okay.
so we're talking about venues, promoters, agencies, like kind of that perspective. What tips would you give to party goers to enhance their experience? Like with me, I can be more of an introverted type. So what I started doing, I started going out by myself, and I found that I had a lot more fun doing that because I'm not worried about the groups that I'm with, and people are more inclined to like come up to me and stuff like that. And that worked for me. So, what tips would you say, kind of on the party goer side, that they can use to kind of just, especially if they're shy,
Yeah.
or just not too comfortable with the scene?
I would say come out, even if you're alone, even if you have maybe a friend that want to come out, if it's a group of people, what I
Mhm.
would say is come out and have fun because, like I said before, I'm gonna come up to you and greet you. I'm gonna come up to
Right,
you and
right.
make you feel like you're at home. Like I'm not gonna,
Mhm.
just walk by you and be like, oh yeah, okay, like he's in the corner by himself. I'm gonna be like, hey, what's up? How you doing? Like my thing is, we want everyone to feel welcome and we want everyone to feel comfortable. If you're by yourself, if you're with people, if you're with your spouse, we want everyone to feel welcome. So my thing is come out and have fun. It's really no judgment. It's a no judgment zone over here. We're not judging anybody.
Mhm.
If you want to come out and just have a drink, come out and have your drink. If you want to come out and hit the dance floor, it's 300, 400 people on the dance floor. Join them. I'll join you.
Mhm.
Like,
Mhm.
come on, you want to have a dance? Come on, I want to dance with you. Come on, let's go out on the dance floor. So I just want everyone to feel welcome and don't be shy. I mean, yeah, some people,
Mhm.
like you say, you're an introvert. I'm an introverted extrovert. So the
Mhm.
difference is I'm very introverted when I'm in the house, but when I'm outside, I become an extrovert. So I'm like, I'm very talkative, and
Mhm.
I'm that type of person. But I know how it feels to want to just be to yourself, or just want to when you go out, you don't really know anyone. I've been in that space before, and
Mhm.
I had to open up and just realize like people are not even judging you,
They're
Damien.
not
Like
pressed
you can go out and have fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that's our space. There's been establishments
Mhm.
where people are looking at you and they are judging you like, oh, he's by himself, or oh, he's in the corner, or oh, he, like, but with us, we want everyone to feel welcome. It's we want you to feel at home. Like, how like when you just turn on the
Mhm.
TV and let's say Beyonce or Rihanna is playing and you just start
Mhm.
dancing and nobody's watching you because you're home, that's the same thing with our parties.
That's the
Like
vibe.
nobody's watching you. There's a no judgment zone. Like just let loose and have fun.
Mhm. And like I said before, that's so important for just Black queer party goers, Black queer scenes, because I feel like in a lot of major cities, for one, is mostly kind of just dominated, kind of more so catered to like white gay audiences. And then even outside of that, even some of the venues where Black queer people might go to is still not it's not a comfortability. I feel like they take us for granted. Like I said before, just viewing us as money, pretty
Yeah.
much. So I definitely commend y'all for definitely curating that experience.
Yeah. Thank you. We're
Hmm.
really trying to bring back that vibe of. I remember watching Noah's Ark and just seeing
Hmm.
them in the club and just being like, "Oh my God, they having so much fun." Noah and Wade and Chance and Alex and Ricky, they having so much fun, and it was just like I want to do that when I get that age, when I
Do
become
that.
their age. Like I wanted to do that, and so my first time going out it was a bit different. I thought it was going to be like Noah's Ark,
Hmm.
young me. But as I got older, it was just I want everyone to feel welcome. I don't want people to feel like we're just trying to because we're doing this from our heart, throwing events
Right,
because
right,
you know uh, we also have careers, me and Jay. So it's not
right.
just you know, we're just doing this as a money grabber. We can actually just, live our lives in like the regular 9 to 5 person. But we do this from our hearts because
Hmm.
it's something that our passion is. Our hearts are in this. This is our passion. So we really want people to know, like, we're really trying to do this to make you feel comfortable as well as ourselves. It's also a us thing as well. When we have parties,
Hmm.
it's really just us also having fun and feeling comfortable. Because there were spaces with, like I said, when I was younger,
Hmm.
I didn't feel comfortable. I didn't feel like I was on Noah's Ark. I didn't feel like I was in my living room watching Beyonce's Single Ladies. There was, people would judge me doing a Single
Hmm.
Ladies dance. You know what I'm saying? So now
Hmm.
I'm at a place where I'm not gonna ever judge anyone. If you want a J set, do your J setting. There was a big thing with the whole
Hmm.
DC thing. There was a group of amazing young black men that was J setting, and it kind of went viral, and people was like, "Oh, why are they doing that in the club?" And I'm like, and we were a part of that party at the Bullpen in DC.
Hmm.
I
Hmm.
seen them and I thought it was amazing. I thought they looked great. dancing, they were having fun. And then I got on Twitter and I seen people, talking about it, and I'm just like, these are young, black, amazing men. Let them have fun. Like, why are y'all
Exactly.
judging them for J setting? Why are y'all judging them for
Mhm.
having on this type of outfit or that type of outfit? Like, we're black, we're proud, we're queer, we're gay. Like, it should be no judgment. Like, you should not worry about
Mhm.
what this person is doing in the club. You should be having fun just as well as that person is having fun. So,
Mhm.
it kind of spent my mind a little bit because I'm like, yeah, no, like this is not how I would want anybody to feel. So I kind of felt bad for the guys because it was kind of like getting, a lot of backlash for J-Set. And then at our parties, honestly, I'm
Mhm.
having so much fun at my own party that I'm not thinking about somebody that's J-setting. I'm not thinking
That's
about
good.
somebody that might be on the dance floor doing a split. I'm not thinking about somebody that might be at the bar kissing on a boo that they just met. I'm not thinking about that because I'm also having fun.
You have it
So,
too.
I don't
Mhm.
want people to just judge so much. I wish that our community can just come together. That's what we're trying to do, branch everybody together. Like, it's not that deep. Just have fun.
No.
It's not
And
that
it definitely
deep.
sounds like for you and Jay, it sounds like y'all want to give the experience either y'all have already experienced or the experiences you wish more black queer people had.
Yes, definitely.
Hmm.
You know, I was just watching American Horror Story, and they showed the Stonewall fire. I think it was like a synopsis of it. It wasn't really that, but I've seen how they didn't have the rights that we have today. So I feel like us having so many
Hmm.
rights now, and we're still fighting so prevalently to get those rights. It's like, let's just have fun, let's live life, because it's so much that we have to worry about when we walk out the club. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Bill, people accepting us, our family accepting us, you know, uh, going through it with work. It's so much to just, as a black gay man, I don't think people realize how hard it is for us when you walk outside of the club. So that's why when
Hmm.
people walk in the club, we want them to feel comfortable. Let your worries go away. Like, don't think about the nonsense of tomorrow or yesterday or whatever the case may be. Like, just let your worries just go away on the dance floor. Like, dance it away. Like, we don't want people
Right.
to worry about Monday. I want you to have fun today on
Hmm.
Sunday, and then Monday,
Yeah.
yeah,
And just get away from the reality of it all, because reality is
yes,
always going to be there.
reality, getting
Hmm.
back to life. So once you leave out that club, you back to reality. So why not have fun
Back
while
to
you're in the
reality.
club and you're not worried about that? So
Hmm. Hmm. Definitely. So I want to know with Exec Events, where do you see yourselves in the future? Whether it's expanding services, locations, maybe even having like a physical venue of y'all's own. Where do y'all kind of see Exec Events
definitely
going?
a huge expansion. Um, we plan on
Okay.
growing and to keep going. We plan on,
Hmm.
like I said, this Posh tour has really opened our eyes to see how many people appreciate us, because there was a time when we felt like,
Hmm.
certain cities didn't appreciate us, but now we see like the the call for us is so big. It's like we just want to keep going and growing, and at the end of the day, we just want to be great in the future, continue being great. We don't want
Hmm.
to uh, stop doing what we're doing because we love doing this. It's not something that, like I said, we
Hmm.
don't have to do it, but we love doing it and we love giving back to the community. Even like it's so crazy because I have been trying on my outfit for today. So many times I've tried it on at least like 5 times. I'm like, yeah, Dallas, like,
It's a
like I'm in
process.
Dallas. Like it's always an excitement. And for me, it never gets
Hmm.
stale. It doesn't get dry. So for me, NJ is just, we just want to continue to grow and hopefully
Hmm.
take it to higher levels. My goal and my dream, and I know this is Jay's dream as well, is to go international. So
International. What type of cities would you be thinking about?
The UK, definitely. We would love to touch base in the UK. Oh my God, like I would love to
Mhm.
hit Paris, the UK. Um, I'm reaching now, but Johannesburg, Cape Town.
I've heard
If we
South
could,
Africa's everything. Yeah.
South Africa crowd. When I look on, Instagram, and I've never been, but I would love to reach that. So yeah.
Hmm.
So hopefully
Oh,
we
I
we
definitely.
grow to that point where we can literally we go international, and because we know a lot of people in the UK and Canada. Actually, we had a lot of friends from Canada come to DC, and we all linked up.
Mhm.
But we would love to. Well, we are going international with Canada in August, but I would love to go
Mhm.
overseas. I would love to,
Mhm.
like, fly overseas, but and just hit the UK up, Paris, Spain, Barcelona. Oh my God, you got me just now. My mind is like reeling and going
Yeah,
and
no,
thinking.
I see it. I see it.
Like now, I'm thinking like, oh yeah,
No,
this,
yeah,
yeah, but yeah, just to keep growing. That's
yeah,
our for the future. Just a huge expansion, like
to
I
keep.
said.
Okay. Um, I feel like that's it for question with executive events. I kind of want to do some more, just a few individual questions, just for fun, just so that people can get to know you a little bit more.
Lord,
No, it's literally basic. It's
I'm ready.
literally
Listen,
basic.
whatever you ask me, I'm going to answer. So
Okay.
you, just, I'm an open book. I
Okay.
tell people that all the time. So
Oh yeah, it's literally basic. It's not even all
okay,
that. So I guess since you're heavy in the nightlife scene, what's your two favorite music genres?
R&B.
R&B,
Oh, it's hard because it's trap music, which is Jay's
trap.
favorite, but I've learned to
Mm,
love it. Like, so when I
right.
hear it now, I can't help myself but to move. Like, oh yeah, like
Mm-hmm.
So trap music, R&B, and reggae.
And reggae. Okay.
Yes, I
And
love reggae.
who's
Like,
your two?
growing up in Brooklyn, it was like a thing. You couldn't bypass hearing reggae. So,
Mm-hmm. Is that your favorite in the club too, or just in general?
and just in general, like I can start dancing. If you were to play a reggae beat right now, I would just start dancing.
Right now, you said yes. Okay. Who's your two favorite artists?
Well, I think everybody knows the first artist, which is Beyonce.
Beyonce.
Definitely.
Okay.
Um, I am definitely Beehive diehard fan. Second artist, Jay Z.
Jay Z. Okay.
Yeah,
Knowles Carter.
I mean,
Did you go to
I'll,
Renaissance?
of course I'm going on the tour. I'm going to the tour. Um,
Mhm.
I feel like I'm on the Renaissance tour. The Posh tour is the Renaissance.
The Renaissance tour.
It's the Renaissance tour, but yes, I'm definitely going to the concert. I love Renaissance. I'm waiting for the visuals. Beyonce release them, please.
Mhm.
But yeah, I'm
She gonna do that
definitely going
next year.
next year. Yeah, she's not
Mhm.
releasing it no time soon.
She's doing it next year. No. Okay, and lastly, what three things would your ideal club absolutely need to have?
Ideal club to have my three things: production,
Mhm.
great production,
Production.
um,
Mhm.
great music, because you can't have a club without
Mhm.
amazing music. Um, you have to hit every spot when it comes to that, because everybody
Mhm.
likes something different. And my third is what? Jay said strong drinks, y'all.
You said strong
I
drinks.
would
Yeah, I
say
mean,
strong.
yeah.
I wouldn't say strong drinks. I would say something else, but I would strong drinks, y'all. So production, music,
I
and strong drinks.
I feel like those three elements can make for ideal club everywhere. Strong drinks,
Hmm.
production, good music. Hmm.
Yeah, the
But
music is like
okay.
notch.
That's. Would you say sorry?
Music is like it has to be on point because
Oh yeah.
boring. What's the sense of having a club? people they're not gonna come back.
Mm-hmm.
Why did I come here? Oh my God, the music was trash. I'm not coming back to the next party. So I think that's one thing that we also focus on a lot, like our music. Like we focus on that heavily.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
And I'm just curious. This is just a question. Do you all tend to get like black queer DJs, or just in general, or like an
We get
emphasis?
black, yeah, we get black queer DJs. We also get straight DJs that are queer
Mm-hmm.
friendly. They have no
Mm-hmm.
hold up, no, we make sure that we let them know, you're going into a black queer space. So, you
Right.
have to be
Right.
comfortable. And we have like a rapport with our DJs now, like a good relationship. So we know
Mm-hmm.
we have our DJs lined up already. A lot of times we fly them out to the venues. Like if
Mm-hmm.
like on this Posh tour, we fly them out with us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, so we have a good like even today, yeah, we have one DJ that we flew out today for Dallas. So we had
Mm-hmm.
so normally our DJs are the same. It's not really new DJs. It's pretty much the
A
same
lot of
DJs
rotation.
because once we know how they are and how good they are, we keep them. It's like no, we don't want to let you go.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You get what works. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
definitely. But okay, that's pretty. I know y'all are really busy today, so I don't want to take too much of your time.
Woo.
But before we
Yeah.
go, where can we find Exec Events? Where can we find more information on the Posh Tour?
So you can hit us up or go to our Instagram at Exec Events with a Z, not a S. Exec Events on Instagram. And once you go to our page on Instagram, you click on the link and it'll take you to our
Mhm.
Posh tour. So go to Exec Events on Instagram, guys. And when you go there, you'll see the link and it tells you what city we'll be in next. And we might be in your city.
Okay.
So
Right, and I think on the flight, what you guys are going to Dallas, Atlanta, New York, Toronto.
so
Am I missing anything?
LA.
LA.
Yeah, we're
Mm-hmm.
going to LA. We're going to, oh God. So we're going to Dallas, then New York, then Atlanta,
Mm-hmm.
then Toronto. Then we're supposed to be doing Black Gay Pride in New York. Um, New
Oh,
York
okay.
again, then Atlanta again, then LA.
Mm-hmm.
Then we come back to New York for Houston. We're doing Houston,
Houston, yeah,
Miami,
Houston,
Chicago. Yeah, we're going. Oh my God,
Miami.
we're going to Miami for Art Basel that weekend. We're having an event. We're going to Chicago, Houston, whew, New York. So the
It's a
tour is,
tour.
like I said, it's not even halfway done yet. Like we're not even halfway done.
Right.
Yeah,
And this is the first of like this summer season, right? In
yeah. This is
Dallas.
the first. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
This is the first tour. Yeah. This is the
Okay.
first
And
party tour.
I'm definitely looking forward to it. I sent my friend. I was like, you need to check this out because he's in Dallas right now for
Oh,
Juneteenth
okay.
week, and
So
I was
he's
like, nah,
coming
you need to
today.
go over there. Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
telling him to come to it. So
he's gonna
definitely.
have a dope time. Let me know if we can speak outside of this. Let me know his name. I'll definitely, like welcome him and greet him, and make him have fun. Make sure he has fun.
Right. Right. Definitely. And he's from New York too. He's from
Oh,
Queens.
really? Oh, okay.
hmm
I'm from Brooklyn.
hmm We'll talk,
Nice.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely be on the lookout for the DC events too. But it was really
Yes,
good talking to you, getting to know like
definitely.
Exec
Friendly.
Events, Posh
Yeah,
Tour. This is definitely something very unique. Um, so yeah, hopefully you had fun too.
definitely. And hopefully
And
we meet. So, you
definitely,
have to come
definitely,
out.
definitely, I'm already about to follow y'all if I don't
Yes,
already. But yeah,
yes. Make sure you follow
all
us.
right.
Yes, and we follow back. We definitely follow back.
Definitely. Well, okay, I'm gonna let y'all go. I'm sending good energy for today. It's gonna go excellent. And yeah, y'all have fun.
Thank you for having me. I really
Mhm.
appreciate it.
Mhm. Thank you. Thank you for your time too.
Okay, of course, definitely. Thank you for taking the time to, interview us and
Oh yeah,
pick our brains.
it's well.
what
Right.
everyone's been thinking.
Right, right, right. But okay. All right. I'll hopefully contact y'all soon.
Yes, definitely.
All
Thank you
right.
so much. All right.
Definitely. Thank you.
Okay.